In this section of the demonstration videos, we're going to look at some advanced searching features that you can use with Market Tracker. So I'll start again on the home page, and we are going to filter our search by deal type. So you'll notice at the top bar here we have a drop-down menu which has the 13 different deal types that you can look at in Market Tracker. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and select takeovers, and you'll see that that refines our search down to 740 matching takeovers transactions. On the left-hand pane we have a couple of bars here at the side with an arrow, and you can expand those. So I'm going to expand the key information type and the details of the transaction. Now for this particular search I'd like to look at schemes. I'd like to refine my search by scheme, so I'm going to again select the drop-down menu, and you can see that it brings up two options. I can either look at offers or schemes. So I'm going to select scheme, which refines our search down even further to 280 matching takeovers transactions. Now I'd like to look at schemes in the computing and IT industry sector, and that can be found in the key information section of the takeover deal type. So I'm going to look at industry sector of the target. There are two ways of looking at that. I can either click on the drop-down menu and select from there, or alternatively I can type in some information. So I'm going to just type in the first few letters for computing and IT, and you can see that the word wheel brings it up as the only option available in the list. So I'll select that, and we now have 41 matching takeovers transactions. I'm going to refine that search down even further by choosing a start date of the 1st of January 2018, so we're only looking at takeovers that were affected by means of a scheme of arrangement in the computing and IT sector this year. And we now have 4 matching takeovers transactions that we can look at. So I'm going to select one of these in particular to look at. I'm going to look at this top transaction here. You can see again we bring up this deal summary screen with two panes, one side having the deal filters on the left hand side which we can scroll through, and the other side having the transaction overview and the drop down menu with the relevant documents. When I look at the details of the transaction and the deal point recommended or hostile, I can see that this particular transaction was recommended at the outset. I can also see that this information is hyperlinked, and if I click on this, it takes me to the section of the Rule 2.7 announcement where the directors have given a recommendation and the text surrounding that. What I'd like to do is search through all of the documents for the words cyber attack. So if I type that into the text search, I can see that there are 3 instances across all the documents of the term cyber attack. This search doesn't only look at the document that you're looking at the moment, it looks across all the documents that are available for this particular transaction. So you can see that we can look at the scheme document and the Rule 2.7 announcement for this information. I'm going to go back to the search page, which has my list of transactions, to filter the search even further. I'm going to use the Find a Filter function to do this because I would like to refine my search by market. If I type in the word market and enter, you can see that it brings up the deal filter for market for target shares. That's another way of looking for particular deal filters rather than scrolling through the menu if you know the filter that you're looking for. I'm going to select the All option, and you can see that another column has been added for market for target shares, which shows me that of the 4 transactions we have 3 that were listed on AIM and 1 that was listed on the main market. I'm going to select the transaction that was listed on the main market, and at the top you can see that there is an option to remove selected rows or keep selected rows. I'm going to remove the selected row, which now leaves me with transactions that took place for companies listed on AIM. I now have the option to save this search. If I look at the top right hand corner of the screen, this feature allows me to save the search, and I can set a name for this search, which I will call Takeovers IT. And if I confirm that, and go to the top right to look at my saved searches and alerts, we can now see that in my saved search and alert menu, I have a new search for takeovers IT with the search filters that I had selected for takeovers that took place by means of a scheme of arrangement in the computing and IT sector that took place this year. And that I had also further refined this search by the market for the target shares. By using this option, I can later come back to this and run this search again, which will, when run again in future, include any new deals that have been added that fit the same search criteria. You can also see that there is an option here to set an alert. By setting an alert, I have the option to set the alert for varying lengths of time. So I can set that for 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, or even set a custom date. And if I put my email address in here, I will receive email alerts every time the Market Tracker team add a transaction that fits my search criteria. So I'll run this search again, and it comes up. One of the features of Market Tracker is that if I want to export this search to Excel so that I can manipulate the data in another format, I can do that by just clicking on Export to Excel, and it will download at the bottom of the screen for me to open in a new window. So that's some of the advanced searching features that you can look at with Market Tracker.
So I hope you found this demonstration video useful. If you have any concerns or queries, do please contact myself or my team on the email address markettrackeranalysts@lexisnexus.co.uk. Thank you.